Alex, a name whispered in hushed tones among the tech elite, was a brilliant entrepreneur, a visionary with an audacious dream to revolutionize an industry stagnant in its ways. Yet beneath the veneer of innovation and ambition, a quiet storm brewed. Each morning the same exhausting ballet began, a frantic dance across countless digital platforms. One moment, Alex was wrestling with intricate graphic design software, trying to perfect a crucial visual. The next, fingers flew across the keyboard, churning out marketing copy, only to pivot abruptly to deciphering reams of market data, then meticulously scheduling social media campaigns. The sheer volume of digital tasks, each demanding its own unique application, its own specific skill set, felt less like managing a business and more like conducting a chaotic symphony with 100 instruments, all out of tune. The daily grind was a relentless assault on Alex's mental fortitude. A visual montage of frustration unfolded, the endless switching between tabs, each click a tiny erosion of focus, the maddening data transfer errors that corrupted hours of work. The gnawing anxiety of missed deadlines, not due to lack of effort, but simply because there weren't enough hours in the day or enough hands to manage the digital sprawl. The dream, once a beacon of invigorating light, now felt like an immense, crushing weight. A sense of impending failure loomed, a dark cloud threatening to eclipse the immense effort poured into every waking moment. Alex was running on fumes, a high-octane engine sputtering on its last drops of fuel, the vision blurring around the edges. One particularly brutal Tuesday, after a critical system crash devoured an entire afternoon's work, Alex stared blankly at the flickering screen, the glow reflecting a hollow despair in tired eyes. The thought, cold and stark, surfaced. Perhaps it's time to give up. The dream, once so vibrant, now felt like an impossible burden. It was in this moment of near burnout, teetering on the precipice of surrender, that a voice, warm and familiar, cut through the digital din. "Alex, you're trying to build a castle with a spoon." The voice of an old mentor, subtly present as a comforting whisper, resonated. There's a different way, a radical new approach brewing on the horizon. Alex, initially dismissive, had heard it all before. The next big thing, the silver bullet. But the mentor's tone carried an unusual conviction, speaking of something called integrated AI, a technology whispered to do the work of many apps. The phrase itself conjured images of science fiction, an unsettling blend of skepticism and a desperate, fragile hope. The fear of the unknown was palpable, a natural resistance to abandoning familiar, albeit failing, workflows. Yet, the desperation born from constant struggle, the sheer exhaustion of always being one step behind, pushed Alex towards this uncharted territory. What if this wasn't just another fleeting trend? Driven by this fragile hope, Alex began to delve into the obscure corners of the internet. Online forums, academic papers, and cryptic articles became the new battleground. Conflicting information swirled. Hyperbolic claims of AI sentience clashed with cynical dismissals. The landscape was a minefield of hype and genuine potential, making it almost impossible to discern truth from fantasy. Then, buried deep within a thread on a niche tech forum, a specific, almost unheard-of AI platform was briefly mentioned, its capabilities described with an understated power that resonated more than any sensational headline. A flicker of hope ignited, a tiny ember in the vast darkness of Alex's digital despair. What if the solution to Alex's overwhelming problems lay not in acquiring more tools, but in embracing fewer yet infinitely smarter ones? This question hung in the air, potent and unanswered, beckoning Alex towards a future that was both terrifying and exhilarating. The flicker of hope, though fragile, proved tenacious. Alex, fueled by an almost desperate curiosity, decided to take the leap of faith. The mysterious integrated AI, known only by its cryptic internal designation, became the next obsession. The initial setup was a labyrinthine nightmare, a tangle of APIs, configurations, and cryptic error messages that threatened to extinguish the nascent hope entirely. Days blurred into nights, marked by the blue glow of the screen and the bitter taste of frustration. There were moments, many of them, when Alex hovered over the uninstall button, convinced this was just another digital mirage. But then, a small breakthrough. The AI successfully integrated a complex data set, autonomously identifying patterns that would have taken Alex days to uncover manually. This tiny victory, a mere whisper of its potential, was enough to reignite the determination, pushing Alex onward through the challenging learning curve. Slowly, painstakingly, the integrated AI began to yield its power. Early victories were small but significant. Repetitive tasks, once a soul-crushing drain on time and energy, vanished from Alex's daily burden. The AI seamlessly handled the tedious resizing of images for various platforms, generating compelling social media captions with surprising accuracy, and even drafting initial responses to routine customer inquiries. Alex watched, mesmerized, as design elements flowed into place, content blocks assembled themselves, and data analyses materialized with uncanny speed. The growing sense of awe was accompanied by an immense wave of relief. Hours, precious hours that had been swallowed by digital minutiae, were suddenly reclaimed, leaving Alex with a newfound freedom to focus on strategic thinking and creative direction. The feeling was akin to suddenly having an entire team of hyper-efficient assistants working tirelessly yet silently in the background. However, this newfound efficiency did not go unnoticed, nor did it escape scrutiny. Whispers began to circulate among Alex's network of colleagues and competitors. Accusations of cheating or outsourcing creativity were lobbied, sometimes subtly, sometimes overtly. "You're losing the human touch," one former collaborator scoffed, their words laced with a mixture of envy and suspicion. Alex felt a pang of doubt. Was this reliance on AI truly a step forward, or was it a surrender of the very essence of human ingenuity? Was this efficiency coming at a hidden cost to authenticity, or the unique spark that only a human could provide? The internal conflict was fierce, a battle between the undeniable benefits of the AI and the ingrained belief in the sanctity of human effort. Yet, as the AI delved deeper into Alex's operations, these doubts began to dissipate. The system wasn't just automating isolated tasks. It was beginning to connect the disparate parts of the business in ways Alex hadn't even conceived. Predictive analytics, once a luxury, became standard, forecasting market trends with startling accuracy. Automated marketing campaigns, tailored to individual customer segments, launched themselves with minimal oversight. Even basic customer support, handled by the AI, evolved into an efficient, personalized experience. This wasn't merely automation, it was a true partnership, a symbiotic relationship where the AI augmented Alex's capabilities, allowing for a broader, more holistic view of the entire enterprise. It was the realization that this single integrated system was not replacing individual apps, but orchestrating them into a cohesive, intelligent whole. A powerful vision began to coalesce in Alex's mind. A future where the tedious, fragmented nature of digital work was a relic of the past. The AI wasn't just streamlining existing processes. It was creating entirely new possibilities, allowing for innovation and expansion that would have been impossible before. This wasn't about replacing human effort, but elevating it, freeing up human intelligence for higher-level problem-solving and true creative endeavors. Just as this profound realization settled, a crucial project deadline loomed on the horizon, the most ambitious and high-stakes undertaking yet. This would be the ultimate test, pushing the integrated AI to its absolute limits, determining if it was truly the ultimate solution, or if Alex was merely trading one set of problems for another, perhaps more insidious one. The answer would soon be revealed. The crucial project, a high-stakes endeavor with an impossibly tight deadline, now consumed Alex's every waking thought. This was it, the ultimate crucible for the integrated AI. The pressure was palpable, a heavy cloak weighing on Alex's shoulders, but underneath, a quiet confidence stirred, born from weeks of witnessing the AI's relentless efficiency. The system was tasked with integrating vast complex datasets, generating intricate design schematics, and orchestrating multi-channel communication strategies simultaneously. There were moments of intense pressure, where the sheer volume of information threatened to overwhelm, and a flicker of doubt would momentarily cloud Alex's resolve. A few system glitches, quickly resolved by the AI's self-correcting algorithms, sent brief shivers of panic, but each time, The system recalibrated, adapted, and pushed forward, making last-minute adjustments with astonishing precision. Then came the moment that solidified Alex's belief beyond any shadow of a doubt. As the project neared its final stages, the AI didn't just execute the planned directives. It performed an unexpected, profound analysis. It flagged a subtle yet critical flaw in the project's core logistical framework, a miscalculation that, if left unchecked, would have led to catastrophic delays and budget overruns. The AI didn't merely point out the problem. It presented a series of optimized alternatives, complete with predictive outcomes for each. Alex stared at the screen, a wave of profound understanding washing over them. This wasn't just a tool, it was a collaborative intelligence, capable of foresight and strategic insight far beyond simple automation. It had saved the project from disaster, proving itself not just a worker, but a true partner. The project's launch was an unprecedented triumph. It exceeded every expectation, delivering results that left competitors and skeptics utterly stunned. The industry buzzed with talk of Alex's innovative approach, the seamless execution, and the groundbreaking outcomes. There was no denying the achievement, and when asked, Alex publicly credited the integrated AI, explaining its pivotal role in transforming the impossible into the extraordinary. The revelation sent shockwaves through the sector, sparking a revolution as others scrambled to understand and adopt similar methodologies. The era of fragmented digital tools was clearly drawing to a close. No longer overwhelmed by the minutiae of daily operations, Alex emerged as a visionary leader. The narrative shifted dramatically, from an individual struggling against an insurmountable tide to an inspiring figure guiding an entire industry toward a new paradigm. The AI, far from being a static solution, continued to evolve, learning and expanding its capabilities, seamlessly adapting to new challenges and opportunities. It became the bedrock of Alex's expanding enterprise, handling increasingly complex tasks with fluid grace, freeing Alex to focus on grander visions, on true innovation that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible. This journey became a profound reflection on the delicate yet powerful balance between human ingenuity and artificial intelligence. The integrated AI wasn't a replacement for human value. It was an augmentation, a force multiplier that liberated human potential. It freed Alex from the tedious, repetitive tasks, allowing for higher-level thinking, deeper creativity, and more meaningful problem-solving. The message resonated. These advanced AIs didn't diminish human worth. They elevated it, allowing people to focus on what truly mattered. Alex had not only achieved a personal dream, but had fundamentally reshaped the very landscape of work, showcasing the transformative, symbiotic power of integrated AI, a testament to a future where technology truly served humanity.